Hey, good morning. It's October 30th. It is the day before Halloween. Just wanted to reach out and say have a safe, happy Halloween for everybody. Make sure as parents, we're watching our children. It's a time of the year that we tend to cringe, worried about our children. There's a lot of creepy people out there. Definitely spend some extra time, looking at the colors of the outfits you're putting them into, the costumes that we're wearing, some security measures, looking around your environment, definitely looking at the people, candy that they're giving out. Make sure you always remember when you get home, maybe dump it out and kind of look at it. It's hateful that this environment that we live in nowadays, that we have to be extra concerned and cautious, but they are our blessings from God, and we got to protect them. I'm Brett Douglas, Ironclad Preservation, and I'm blessed also to have the FAST Network, one of our nonprofit arenas that we go out and help other contractors do things. This time of the year is one of my favorite. The Halloween, the Thanksgiving, Christmas time. It's a special time for me. Families means everything. However, it's also a time of the year that our industry goes into a flux. That we have the transition from grass cut season to snow removals, winterizations, things like that. And not necessarily does that, equate to making money. Some of us count on, in Florida, we do a lot of grass cutting. And it leads us to a lot of other opportune moments where we can do some shrub trimming, tree work, looking at the heat situation down here, that some of these roofs tend to have mold problems, and then we have leaks and stuff with the torrential rain that we have. However, it's not just about Florida, and it's just not about our company. Our brothers and sisters in labor who we love and constantly are battling for. I guess I'm a moving target because I'm one of the cats that's out here always, trying to motivate, talk about labor, help people out. I get it, guys. I mean, yeah, I'm relatively successful, I guess, and maybe that pisses some people off. But, my heart's in the right place, man. I don't make these videos to get any more popular or to, increase my legend. The reality is I'm already there because I'm outspoken from out of the gate. I launched my marketing program tied in with our image, our corporate branding as such. I went to school, I know all the words, but all that's irrelevant, man. Be who you are. I'm the bad boy of preservation. Yep, been there, done that, earned my moniker. And I apologize to all you processors that I've offended over the years. I'm heated, and because I'm so passionate, I tend to go off when I see stupid things on the internet, when people email us stuff, and here's your sign, man. Why don't you research the topic before you look like an idiot and you send an email and then you're condescending to the people out in the field working it, But hey, today's a good message. I wanted to reach out and talk to the labor that's the smaller operations, people who are struggling, and it's kind of a symbiont balance. As our workflows decrease this time of the year, our needs to spend money financially go up a little bit. Some of you may have reoccurring, debts that occur this time of the year. Your insurances may renew, some of your tag issues, things like that where we have to renew to get ready for next spring. However, our work's slowing down. On a personal note for families, obviously our children, need to be loved at Christmas time. And even though, they say that gifts aren't that important, if you're like me, I have two equations, man. I have the loser side of it, and then I have the winner, where I feel like King Daddy when I come home and I can take care of my children. I want to take a minute to tell you why we're so successful. I want to be heartfelt and talk with you directly about your marketing, your ability to extract every single dime out of the asset that you service. I don't know how many of you understand that the critical balance of what we do for a living, if you're on the pre-foreclosure side or on the REO, we'll talk about both circumstances, but if you're on the pre-foreclosure side, you literally are walking into a Walmart of asset. When you go to that house and you're looking at that house, you need to immerse yourself in the idea that everything you're looking at could become a bid approval down the road for your firm. You need to look at things that, remember, as a property preservationist, we're the eyes and ears for the bank, but we're also there to do property management for that residential asset. The bank is looking at it like a matrix. They're looking at numbers. They're not looking at the actual property, nor do they look at photos of it. That's why your photo documentation is so critical. When you go to that property, you want to look at a couple different things. You want to limit the liability that the bank has for that asset. So number one, you want to do a JSA and look at any type of critical liability issue that the bank may be encumbered with. You want to look at, is there a dead tree on the property that could fall on the neighbors in high winds? Is there a swimming pool that is just not safe for the children in the neighborhood? Always play the what if card. Look at the neighborhood. When I go to a property, I take a picture up and down the neighborhood to allow that bank to understand what's going on there. If you got children out there playing, well, don't take a picture of the children, you know what I mean? That's kind of creepy. But if you see little children's toys out there, obviously you have a child-friendly neighborhood. You need to look at, is there any type of holes on the property? You want to look at, is there any type of broken glass on the property? All of these things that if a stranger walks up on that property, guess what? The liability train starts. We're all involved, guys. This isn't just the last man on the totem pole. It comes from the people writing the mortgage all the way down to the servicers like you and me. However, when you have trees that are growing onto the asset that are causing problems, when you have faulty, wood out there, the sheds are falling in, all of this is bidding opportunities. You're not ripping the bank off. You are preserving that asset. But I want to tell you the little known secret. Bidding is quite simple. You need to paint the perfect picture for the bank. If you have a tree that's touching the roof, is it just take a picture of the tree branch and say it's touching the roof, bid $250? Or when you illustrate the point and you go out there and say, there is a large live oak branch that is scraping the roof, damaging the shingles in the high wind. It's also allowing moisture to build up on the roofing shingles. The substrates below it are then compromised, and they're allowing moisture to enter into the ceilings. You back it up with photos inside, you have water stains, you have a pile of leaves up there. Not only are the weight of those leaves encumbering the roof, but they're also causing a moisture situation that's going to cause your water problems inside the house. When you can talk the bid through, and then you've explained what the problem is and give them a solution. We will come in using a large handheld chainsaw, using 14-inch chains. We are going to cut the branch off approximately 36 inches off of the house. By removing this branch, this large leader, it will allow sunlight to penetrate through here to dry this area up. We're not going to have the concerns down the road. We will take all of this landscape debris that we've generated, approximately 5 cubic yards. We will take it off site to the nearest landfill facility. Bada bing, bada bang. You've become a professional. You have illustrated a problem, you've documented the problem, and you've also given them a solution how you're going to remedy it. That's the thing, that's how you win a bid. When you talk about a safety pool, and you're looking at the difference between a net or the cage, it's how you give the bank the best choice is how you're going to win that bid. Hey, I don't want to ramble today. I know we have time limits on these things. If you have anything about your bidding, if you want to learn some of the secrets, if you want to talk about some of the words, listen, I'll do anything to help you. I have a world of knowledge. I want to share it with you. I want to help you to become a brilliant property preservationist, one who's like me that steps on a property, and I emit confidence because you know what? I've seen it all, done it all. Not saying there's not something, waiting. I might walk in there and it might be a, hee-haw event, but hey, let me help you. Reach out today, 386-500-8217. I'm Brett Douglas, and even though I'm the bad boy of preservation and I tend to talk a little much without a filter, I know everybody in this industry. If I can't work for companies, at least companies respect me and I can get you some work in the state you're in. So reach out. That's what networking is all about. We'll talk some more about this stuff in videos. Have a safe Halloween. Take care of God's most precious assets, men, children. And we'll catch up with you later. We love you. We're Ironclad. We're signing out.